Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello viewers, you're welcome to today's episode of Scenes Drip. I am your host AbdulBasit, and my guest here today is Husna. We are going to kickstart this episode with a game called Stack the Cups. Are you ready?
Yeah.
This is how the game goes. The first person to stack 10 cups in 12 seconds wins. 1, 2, 3, go. I won. Nobody has ever beaten me in this game before. Welcome to the second segment of the show. I'm still here with my guest Husna, and now we are going to discuss on the topic peer pressure. So what do you think peer pressure is?
Peer pressure to me is the influence from peers of one's social group or peer group.
Only that? So what do you mean by peer group?
Peer group, like the people who are around your age.
Is it only limited to age?
Yeah. Not age. Maybe.
Me, I believe it has to do with people that are your mates, people that are your level, people that are your class, that kind of thing. So, how do you believe peer pressure influences us as teenagers?
Yeah, well, they can influence us two ways. They can either influence us positively or negatively.
So, what do you mean by that?
Like, I'll start with explaining what I mean by how they influence us negatively. Our peers can influence us negatively in the sense that what they do, what they tell us to do, or what we see them do is something that is like not proper, not moral, not religious, or like something that it's not in accordance with what you believe in. So then you they tend to give you this feeling that I don't belong, we don't belong. Something like I want to fit in, or sometimes just out of curiosity, you just follow the flow. Yeah.
So how does peer pressure influence you positively?
Yeah, it depends on the people that surround you, because they have to be like positive to influence you positively. That they like push you to work harder, push you to read harder. They make you like have confidence. They build you up. Those are the good kind of friends.
I also
friends
believe
you should have.
negative people around you can influence you positively, because negative people they tend to have like their doom when everything comes clear and everything shows that what I'm doing is not supposed to be. How do you think peer pressure influences you positively?
Positive peer influence is a result of the people around you. They have to be positive before you are impacted positively.
Okay.
So like they push you. Like if you have a friend who has memorized Quran and the friend is like going and you too you want to memorize Quran, so you just start like working harder to memorize the Quran.
Okay. So I also believe negative people around you can influence you positively, because their downfall can make you see the things in a different light, make you see what can happen to you if you do things the way they did it.
Yeah, that's actually something like it's also possible, but then most times when you're surrounded by negative people, you are impacted negatively. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. How does peer pressure influence how they act or how they think?
Yeah, it can. If you talk about thinking, like something has to do with confidence level of some sort. If you're impacted positively, you become more confident. The people around you may make you more confident.
So how do you think peer pressure can influence you, the way you act and the way you think?
Well, it can very much affect the way you act and think, because like when you're influenced negatively, you behave the way they behave. Like you follow the crowd. You if they smoke, you start smoking too. If they
Okay.
go out, you start going out too. If they just they just loiter, they don't know where they're going. If they fail their exams, you fail your exams too, because you are doing what they are doing, you're following them. But then like if you are influenced positively, and like it would think the way you change. Because if you are someone that wasn't serious before and you have this friend that just tells you stop doing that, you'll be like, okay, let me just listen to her or him and start like building myself. Let me get better grades. Let me participate more. Let me be more confident and stuff like that.
So my question is how does it change your thinking? Like if the way you were thinking before and the way you are thinking now, what is the difference? And like what is how does your thinking affect how does it affect your thinking?
It does affect your thinking depending on which type of preparation you're actually responding to. So, like I said earlier, if the person around you is positive, you will have a positive mindset. You will set goals. You will
Peer
be
pressure
better.
affects you positively.
Yeah, it will affect you positively. You pay more attention in class. You get better grades. You want to be like the person. You want to like be equal, something like that.
Okay, thank you very much. So how do you think you can deal with peer pressure? Okay, how do teenagers in our everyday lives how do we deal with peer pressure?
It depends on whether you want to deal with it or not. Some people just want to they just want to continue like that. While some they think that it's not the right way to go, so they tend to change. You can actually you can actually choose quality over quantity. It isn't necessary that you have plenty friends. As long as you have few friends that like that can be there for you, that
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 influence you
they
positively.
influence you positively, and you can know when to say no. Like when they say want to go late night, be like, no, I don't want to go. I have book to read. I have exam tomorrow. Stuff, and like you can also know when you
Work
know
on your
what you.
confidence.
Yeah, you can work on your
Confidence in yourself.
you can work on,
Confidence in what
because
you're
if you
doing.
believe in yourself, I don't think they'll just come and tell you that do this, do that, and you'll be like, okay, okay. When you have confidence in yourself, you know what you are doing. So you won't tend to follow the crowd much. You follow the flow.
Okay. So have you ever experienced any scenario?
Not really, but I've read about one. Yeah, it was a book by Naima B. Roberts, Boy versus Girl. This boy Faraz and his twin sister Farhana is about like their life. So then Faraz knows this guy Screws. Screws is a rich man that smokes. He goes out with girls. He drinks, and Faraz goes with him. And the guy, there was a time the guy was like, I say, Screws don't like it when he says something I don't do it. Then Faraz was like, okay, sir. Then there was at a point in his life that he realized that what this guy is doing is wrong. When he actually got inside trouble, when he got into trouble, that's when he realized that what he's doing is wrong. Sometimes it's too late, but sometimes it's not too late to change the way you think.
I also have a story. Okay. The boy's name was okay. I don't need to mention his name. The boy was a brown boy, like, and he was living in a white society. So like he was the only black boy in school. So they have troubles with racism, with like all these things that happen normally, bullying and other things. So this boy, the most popular boy in the school, had issues with him because he was always standing up to him and he was always challenging him in things. So one day this boy decided to influence him to do something negative so that he can put him in trouble. So he now came with his friends and like he was the most popular boy in the school. So he thought that if this one accepts me, the others will accept me too. So that was how he got into trouble, and he realizes that and there was another boy that wanted to be his friend. Like he wanted to be his friend, but as he started hanging out
He
with
just
the other
pushed him
ones,
aside.
he pushed him aside. So then he now realized that quality is better than quantity.
Yeah, a lot of people are like that. people who want to be popular, people who want the popular ones to like them. Like even my friend too, she's based in London. She's also black. She was telling me about one of her problems that she saw if a post of a friend on Instagram, and she liked it. The friend was like, no one like asked for opinion or something like that. She now started crying that the person is insulting her. Then I told her that why are you crying? That you have to be yourself now. It's not as if the girl is beating you for no reason. She just doesn't like you, and nobody likes you. It's not possible for everyone to love you. It's just not possible.
Okay. So I've come to the end of this segment. Stay tuned. We'll be back soon. Welcome back. This is the final segment of the show, and we are going to play a game called Pick and Tell. This is how the game goes. Our guest here is going to pick 6 papers that in it there are numbers, and we are going to ask her questions from personality, Islam, and general. So are you ready? So please pick 6. Thank you. So the first section is section A, personality. So you pick number 9. Which is the least important to you? Money, power, or fame?
I'll go for fame.
Okay, why?
Because fame, sometimes it's not good when you're too famous and you now not become famous. It now like causes a stir in your life. So it's not healthy. I don't like fame.
Okay, we're still in section personality, and you pick number 15. Name one thing you are grateful for today and why.
I'll be grateful for the fact that I'm alive. That the fact that I'm still alive, and the fact that I'm a Muslim.
Okay, thank you very much. So we're moving to the next section, which is section B, Islam, and you pick question number 12. State 3 different times of the day to pray Nawafil.
Oh, Nawafil. You can pray Subhi time.
After Subhi.
Yeah.
Before or after Subhi.
Anyone. You can pray during Zuhr, before Zuhr,
Okay.
and you can pray before Asr.
Okay. So you pick, your next question is question number 11. Mention 3 surahs from the Quran named after animals.
Ish. You have Suratul Naml,
No.
Suratul Baqarah. Yes, Suratul
No.
Baqarah. But Suratul Nisa.
And Nisa is woman. Surah Al-Ankabut.
Ankabut, Suratul Ankabut.
You have to give me one more. I helped you down.
Yeah, okay, Suratul. I don't think there's any more.
Yes.
Suratul Ma'un.
Surah Al-Fil.
Oh, Suratul Fil, yeah. Elephant.
So we are moving to the next segment, which is general. And you pick number 13. What do you think your school should do to make learning better?
They should increase the break. The break time is short in our school.
So what do you do in break time?
Eat now. What did they do in break time?
Okay. Only eat.
Yes, now. Yeah, in senior
And then-
secondary, you don't play.
So you need more time to eat.
Yeah, and more time to eat and play.
Wow. So you use break time for eating. Me, I've already finished my food before we reach break time. So your last question, you pick number 1. Which do you think is more important, appearance or personality?
Virtually, everybody knows his personality that's more important than your appearance.
So I've come to the end of today's show, Teenage Drip. I'm your host, AbdulBasit, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much, sister.
You're welcome.
I enjoyed it. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And please watch out for the next episode. You may be the next guest. Thank you very much.
A technically faulty events coverage is no value for money. A crispy, clear, high-definition production, live stream, or online conference is our business. iMedia Communications, the final frontier for video production services.